Welcome to True North Podcast. It's a podcast where we're here to help you find your path forward. I'm Frank Griffin. This is Mark Davis. We are co-creators of True North. And we're here today to talk to you about purchasing one-on-one, where you can actually make major purchases that you need to make, but still build wealth. So we're excited about this. We're excited about this whole series of podcasts that we're bringing to you, where we'll be focusing on finance in this for the upcoming podcast. So, Mark, this is an area that you have been thinking about and working with for some time, right? We are not experts, and we want to have that disclaimer. We are not financial experts by no means. We just live life and have some things we want to share.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah. Also, let me remember, please like this podcast and subscribe if you like the content, so we can continue to bring you the information that we plan to bring you, right? So purchasing one-on-one, furniture, cars, homes, right? Just talking with you recently, it's amazing where we can make these purchases and still build wealth, right? Yeah, talk a little bit about that.
The key is to make the purchases in the right way.
The right way.
And what brings us to purchasing one-on-one is a lot of our audience is in that early stage of their career, their marriage, and their life, that they need to buy more. Where you and I, we're more in the stage of
getting rid of things.
Get rid of things and more selective in what we have to purchase.
That's correct.
And a lot of cases and this should be the case for us, we're in the season of life where the financial side is not that difficult. Right. It's not that big of a deal. So to help our audience and our subscribers, we wanted to focus on purchasing one-on-one. A couple of things I want to remind us of is finances are foundationally built around discipline and arithmetic. So many people I talk to don't want to do any arithmetic. If you don't do arithmetic, you're going to have a tough time making good decisions financially.
Basic arithmetic. We talked about cash flow. What I make, what I spend, and what's the difference. That's right.
Make minus spend is the difference. If that number is negative, you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you probably don't even notice it. But you will, because you'll start having to borrow money from other places, your savings, your family, taking out loans to make ends meet. It's just mathematically how it works. And you and I have talked about, given our background, math is an absolute science.
It's absolute. That's right.
So if I'm bringing in $2,000 a month, I'm spending $2,200 a month, I got a problem.
You got a problem.
It's not going to last long.
That's correct.
So that's one of the keys we want to talk about, as well as I was thinking about this subject, the cost of money is key to finance.
Absolutely.
If you really think about it, if I have money in one pocket and I put it in another pocket, what's the advantage? I'm just moving it around.
Right.
However, some places I put my money, it'll appreciate.
It'll work for you, huh?
Yes. Some places I put my money, it'll go down in value.
That's right.
So an example would be a vehicle. Yeah. We can unpack that one. Let's jump on that one right away.
Let's go ahead.
Because vehicles are significant purchases.
You need to have one.
That you need to have one. You need to get it the right way. Being young men, we always wanted a nice vehicle.
A nice car.
So, but notice, need is a different ballgame. You could get that smaller, more practical, extremely reliable
early
vehicle
on
in your life. That really makes more sense. I wasn't that guy. But one thing I did learn fairly early was I bought a really nice car that was older with a ton of miles on it. So it got that sense of what I wanted without making it affordably. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason why that came into play is we were going to be purchasing a home soon. If you if you buy a car that is too expensive for you, it's really going to stand in the way of you purchasing your house.
Absolutely.
And debt to income ratio is a key in that equation. So think about that and be careful. I think for younger folks, that's probably the one that can really drag you down the most.
The car itself.
The car itself.
So count up the cost when you're talking about that part. There's a scripture in the Bible. Yeah, in Luke, around the 14th chapter says, for which of you intending to build a tower, and you can replace tower with buy a car, buy a house, does not sit down first and count up the cost, whether he has enough to finish it.
There you go.
Yeah. And so the Bible is letting you know, basically, right, that you need to estimate the cost before you make major purchases and ensure you can afford it or not. Right? How can I make this work? Right? I need a car, but I need to buy a house. How can I make that work?
Yes.
Right? And possibly still build wealth along the way.
Yes.
Talk about how you can do that. Give us some examples of maybe on how you could possibly do that.
Well, one way you can do that is, I'm going to poke a hole in a myth.
Good.
Some folks really brag about, I know when we were coming up, I paid cash for mine.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I paid cash for my car.
Yeah.
There's some holes in that theory.
You know what's funny, man? For me, in the religious realm, many preachers preach about the advantage of paying cash. We will brag across the pulpit about paying cash for certain items.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, but there is possibly a better way to do that.
Yes.
If you understand some of this basic math.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is where cost of money comes into play.
Yes.
So let's say I pay cash for the car.
Good.
It makes me feel good. I can brag a little bit.
What, $30,000?
$30,000.
You had $30,000 in the bank. You decided to.
Yeah, I'm moving into the car.
All right.
Remember, assets. The car's an asset, but it's a depreciating
It's losing value as soon as you drive it off the lot.
As soon as you drive it off the lot.
Okay.
You have the same $30,000.
Yep.
You finance your car at a rate, and this is real numbers, less than 1%.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So I took money that should have been earning me 4 or 5%. I took that out of the bank and purchased a depreciating asset. You finance at less than 1%. You're going to pay some interest over the course of the 4 years or what have you. But it pales in comparison to what I lost between the
over
4%.
That time.
Yeah. I would have earned a lot on the 4%. I'm sorry, the 4% I would have been gaining on my 30 grand, would have exponentially pushed that number up. For example, in 5 years, you'll own a $9,000 car.
I paid $30,000 for this car. 5 years, it's probably worth only $9,000, $10,000.
That's right.
Okay.
That's me. You financed it at less than 1%. Your money was growing at 5%. Well, not going through the calculator right now, I would imagine your 30 grand is going to be probably worth mid-40s.
Yeah. I picked up $15,000 possibly.
Yeah. So you picked up 15 grand.
You lost 20 grand.
Exactly.
So you felt good about saying, I paid cash for my car.
Yeah.
You're bragging about it. It's a testimony.
Exactly.
Yeah, in church, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But in 4 or 5 years, you have an asset worth $9,000.
Yes. I
have an asset worth $45,000. Rough numbers.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. And we don't think like that.
No.
Right. I want to get to a point where I can write a check for my car.
Yes.
Yeah. And I want to let people know you too can write a check for your car.
And
you're not building wealth that way.
And what I just we walked through is a real world example.
It is.
We needed another SUV in the family.
Okay.
We're at the season, no kids at home, all that stuff. We can kind of do what we want. Saw the vehicle actually on the showroom. I rarely buy new, but this one was right there. Beautiful vehicle. The first question I asked the salesman is, how much does your money cost?
How much is the cost of cash?
Yeah.
How much is that interest rate?
Yeah.
Right.
And he said 0.9%.
Less than 1%.
I said, do tell.
I'll take that.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Because anything you invest is going to make you more than
0.9%. Yeah.
Yes.
I actually had a vehicle I was investing in at the time, 5.5%.
So why take that money for whatever that vehicle cost you and pay cash for it when you can keep your money being an employee for you. Your money's working for you.
Exactly. That is my employee, and it better work for me.
So we need to start thinking about money as an employer.
Employee. Mm-hmm.
Is working for us.
Exactly.
Interesting. So we need to manage it.
Well, yeah. My bride, she's really pragmatic. She's like, we're not putting anything down or any of that. We're going to go. Why would you put money down
0.9%.
at 0.9%? Think about that.
Excellent point. And we don't think like that typically.
And to take it a step farther, you think about the opportunity cost.
Talk a little bit about opportunity cost. So let's go back to the car that was $30,000, right? I have $43,000.
Right.
You have $9,000 asset. I have a $40,000+ asset.
Yep.
Talk about the opportunity cost at that point.
So let's say, like we're in right now, inflation, a recession hits.
Yeah.
There's great deals on property.
Good.
Well, there's some property that, next to your parents' house you grew up in.
Good.
It's a great place to buy. Great set of real estate to pick up. Well,
you don't have the cash.
I'm hamstrung because I don't have the cash.
You bought a car.
Exactly.
Yeah, 45 years ago, and it's worth $9,000.
Exactly.
But I got cash.
You got cash. And then now, what's the difference here? You buy the property, and let's say you pay cash for the property.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
It's an appreciating asset.
Exactly. You don't make the purchase and it goes down in value the next day.
That's a good. So if you want to pay cash for something, pay cash for something that will appreciate.
Exactly.
So, because your money is still working for you.
Exactly.
Right? When you buy something that's depreciating, your money's on vacation.
Yes, it is.
Spending money.
Yes, it's on vacation instead of working. Yes. That is exactly right. Yeah. And we'll cover this in detail more in an upcoming podcast, but our episode, I should say. If you think about it, other than your home and your 401k, what are you putting your money into that grows in value?
For many of us, not much.
If anything. If anything.
That's right.
So you think about it, you're putting in $600, $700, $800 a month into a car note. But if you were buying a mutual fund, and we'll get into that later, aggregation of a number of stocks bought through one instrument.
Stock stew.
Exactly. Stock stew. Well said. You got a chance over time, it's going to go up. And history has said that. Some folks think that investing in stocks is gambling.
History says it's not a gamble.
It's not a gamble. And when you, like I did, when you cash out to put money down on your house, that's real money.
That's real money.
It's not vapor money. It's real money.
That's right.
Because you pay taxes on it, but you pay taxes on what appreciated. So it's a good thing. Again, going up in value.
Let's talk a little bit, just a second, about gambling, how people look at investing as gambling. Vegas is a gamble because if you look at the history, you will lose.
Yes, you will.
History, if you look at the history over time, 5, 10, 15, you're going to lose.
Yes, you are.
It's guaranteed.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, but investment, if you look at the history, 5, 10, 15, 100 years, you're going to gain money.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's not a gamble.
No,
that's an investment.
Exactly.
That's an appreciating asset, right? That we need to focus on using to build wealth.
Exactly.
Outstanding.
So we go back to the discipline component. You can't put money in there and expect it to pop overnight.
Guys,
you're playing the long game. This is investment.
You'll
hear a lot of folks that are
day traders or something.
I know plenty of folks in the .com era that quit their job to day trade.
They did. Yeah.
You know what they're doing now? They got a job, man.
Trying to make that money that they lost.
Because, we're surrounded by a number of computers that the audience can't see. That's who's doing the true day trading.
Oh, these big time companies, they've got algorithms that's running this.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with that.
No, you cannot.
No.
So,
Yeah.
Learn that the hard way.
Man.
I didn't quit I wasn't a fool.
Right.
But I was running back and forth. I learned real quickly in the .com area that this can hurt.
It can hurt.
No, you should be investing for the long game.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and not looking at it on a day. Even your 401k.
No.
Yeah. And we talked about this. You can lose You can have a bad year, bad 18 months, but you're almost guaranteed you're going to come back. I've been through a half dozen of these in my life.
Yes.
And all of them, all the money I've lost came back.
Yes.
08, I got all that money back.
And more.
Yeah, and
you
more.
You made more.
That's right.
You made a lot more.
I made a lot more.
Exactly.
But if I'd have, panicked and pulled everything out, then I would have lost, right?
And you guarantee your loss.
Yeah.
It's buy low, sell high.
It is.
Not buy high, sell low.
Which we do.
So when the market is down, don't get scared and sell.
Buy.
You're guaranteed. Exactly. Yeah. We're in an inflationary period right now.
That's right.
And the stock market is really in some rough shape.
It is.
I heard some language I liked the other day, Frank. Stocks are on sale.
I like that.
I really like that, Frank.
And they are.
So we'll watch and see that this purse is on sale. Or this dress is on sale.
And we'll go after it.
And go after it.
But stocks?
And they immediately have no intrinsic value. None.
It's
zero.
It's a depreciating
exactly.
Yeah.
Versus owning a piece of a company.
That's good. That's good.
Maybe it's the company that makes razors. Maybe it's the company that is a fruit that is very, very, very profitable.
But that company's been around for 75, 80 years.
Exactly.
It's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
We're always going to use razors.
Exactly.
We're always going to eat fruit.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
It's just not, so it's on sale. Why not buy?
And we're always going to drink soda. Unfortunately, the chemical makeup will change.
Yeah.
But it's going to be there.
So certain companies, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
They invest in.
And the average return for the S2EP 500, this top 500 companies.
Yeah, top 500 companies.
Average is like 9% over time.
9%. That you're guaranteed over time, you're going to make 9% of your money. Versus, spending your money that's going to depreciate over time.
Yes.
Let's get back to the opportunity cost. Mm-hmm. So now what we had this $30,000 car. I have about $42,000. You have about $9,000.
Yes.
I see a plot of land, right, that was worth, let's say, $100,000.
Yeah.
It's on sale for $40,000.
Because somebody's desperate to get out of it. Recessionary time.
Absolutely.
You got cash. Cash is king.
I got cash.
Yeah.
I buy that property, and let's say we go another 3 or 4 years, you have a vehicle worth nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Like some of my vehicles, right, they're more to me. I can't. $500 in some cases, right? And surprising, $1,000. Mm-hmm. So you have a vehicle worth $1,000 that you paid $30,000 for. Mm-hmm. I have a piece of property worth over $100,000.
Yeah.
Within 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So you're at nothing.
Yeah.
$1,000. I have an asset worth $100,000.
Exactly.
Building wealth.
Exactly.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Amazing. And the decision that we made, right? I want to pay cash. I want to buy it. I got it.
Yes.
I got it.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
And you think about, even if you would have paid some interest on that 0.9. Let's not ignore the details.
But there's some monies there.
It's pennies.
It's pennies compared to it. Yeah.
Pennies. Yeah. And let's say I would have saved up some money.
Yes.
Between the time we both hit that 5-year mark on the car.
Yes.
And you made your purchase.
Yes.
But I'm not saving anything in comparison to what you're doing.
Nothing compared
and people will say, and this doesn't happen. Well, you're making a car payment. I'm not. So for me to keep up with you, I got to save what you're paying. Mm-hmm. Nobody does that.
No.
It sounds great in theory.
It sounds romantic.
It doesn't happen.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
well said.
Yeah. It's not. It's no way, because that payment at 0.9% has to fit into your budget.
Yes.
Right. And so you take care of that.
Yes.
Right. And by doing that, you're allowing your money to be an employee of yours.
Yes.
Making money.
Yes.
And that's the key, the mindset.
Yes.
Put your money in a position to make money for you.
Yes.
Still take care of everything you need to do.
Right.
But let your money go out and make money for you.
Exactly.
Don't use it.
Yeah.
For stuff. Use it to make money.
Use it for somebody. Hire a financial employee that's going to work for you. An asset that's going to work for you.
Absolutely.
And another angle to play on this. Now, from a cash flow standpoint, if we were making the same, I'm in better position than you are. Mm-hmm. However, when we go apply for that bank loan, you have more assets. You're wealthier than I am.
Absolutely. If they look at that, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So cash to debt ratio, you could be better because you don't have that debt, that monthly payment for my car note.
Yeah.
But I have this huge asset.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have leverageable assets.
Yeah.
So the bank's going to look at you and say, great credit, solid income. This guy has some assets. So if we got a little shaky, he could liquidate some assets to help keep us whole.
Easy. Yeah. If we need to get the money, if he needs to get the money, he can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, this is fascinating, Mark. Anything else we want to, I love this subject. We can just talk about this forever. But anything else you think we need to cover?
I don't know that we need to go any further in this topic because we'll pick up some of the other things, aspects of purchasing, the cost of money, how important it is.
Okay.
We'll talk about the eighth wonder of the financial world.
Absolutely.
You got to stay tuned to get involved with that.
Yeah.
By the way, in the scenario we played, I never catch up with you, by the way.
You can never.
I never catch up. If the mindset you have is the way you have it, and I have the mindset that I have,
we're going in opposite directions.
Exactly. When you're taking trips to Hawaii, taking your whole family, I might be going to Gatlinburg.
Right.
I don't like naming names, but hey, it's illustrative. Illustrative.
It shows you the over time, that's what you're looking at.
Exactly.
That's right. Because I'm building wealth.
Yes.
Right. And you're not allowing your money to work for you.
No.
Yeah, it's
what money I have is not working for me. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So, nothing else I could think we should cover on this one for this meeting or this episode. And we'll cover more in finance on the next episode.
And this whole area of finance, and I've said this before, the Bible talks about finance as much as it does any other key factor, right? Finance is important. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, not money. The Bible never said money. The Bible says the love of money. Money is necessary.
Yes.
Right? Money is necessary. So we really want to kind of, pull apart some of these myths, some of these, urban legends, some of the things that, we thought that we wanted to do. Right? So we're going to try to pull that apart and give you the real deal right, on how to build wealth. So I'm excited about it.
Yes. Yeah. And don't let a want, like a more expensive vehicle, get in the way of a need. And you're going to need to own a home at some point in your life.
Absolutely.
I meet people in their 50s, never owned a home.
Correct.
Kids never grew up had their own room.
Right.
That just pains me.
Right. And you can't
really want to own a home.
Right.
Because you could.
Yeah, absolutely.
But buying,
paying cash.
Yeah. And I found out that, vehicles are getting so expensive. If you don't leverage it right, you could be paying 4 figures a month.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah,
absolutely can.
Yeah, but if you
all be paying for 8 years, I think they got 7, 8. It's just crazy. Yeah.
So under this situation, you buy a reasonable price car, you get a great interest rate, off you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the cost of money is key. Remember, the first thing I ask the salesman, what's your money cost?
Absolutely. Basic arithmetic.
Yeah, basic
and then you
arithmetic.
decide, can my money make more?
Yeah.
And if my money can make more than what he's going to charge me for money, I use his money.
Exactly.
OPM, other people's money.
That's right.
That's how you build money, by using their money.
And I tell you, very wealthy people, that's what they do.
They use other people's money.
They barter a lot too.
They do.
I'll do this for you. You do that for me. No cash exchange. We're good.
Absolutely.
Happens a lot.
So I can keep my money working for me.
Exactly. And same here.
Man, that's a paradigm shift.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yes.
All right. I'm excited. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. True North. Right. We're here to try to help you find your path forward. Just continue to like us. Continue to subscribe to our podcast so we can continue to bring you as real of content as we can. Right.
Yes.
So thank you for your time.
Yeah. Thanks all.